Python just got a brand new type checker and IDE engine from Meta, and it's kind of a big deal. This thing claims to analyze millions of lines of code per second, and it brings with it instant autocomplete, smarter navigation, and real time type checking, even with all those massive code bases. Today, I'm going to share with you guys exactly what Pyrefly is, why everyone's talking about it, and if it's worth integrating into your Python workflow. We have videos coming out all the time. Be sure to subscribe. So what is Pyrefly? Pyrefly is a fast static type checker combined with a full language server for Python. It was built by Meta, yes, those Instagram people. It was built because their existing tool Pyre couldn't keep up with the scale and the speed they needed. But Pyrefly isn't just another type checker. No, it's an open source built for speed and designed so your editor and your CLI share the same brain. Think of it as your Python editor, but upgraded for 2025. To understand what all this hype is about, it's key that I hit on the backstory real quick. Meta has massive Python code bases with millions of lines of code, tons of engineers, and tons of microservices. They needed a tool that didn't slow down development, but it did the opposite. It increases development speed. Their goal was simple but ambitious: type checking on every single keystroke, which is wild. Code navigation that works instantly in huge repos. Inference powerful enough to understand untyped legacy code. A unified system where the CLI and IDE share the same engine. And honestly, this story sets the tone for everything Pyrefly does. Let me just hit on a few of the highlights here real quick. Real-time autocomplete, not that laggy kind that VS Code extensions have, but the opposite of that. Instant go-to definition, even inside massive multi-folder dependency-heavy projects. Strong type inference, it figures out types even when you didn't annotate anything. Automatic import updates, where it renames a file and your imports update automatically. This alone is a killer feature. And then we have built-in stubs for major libraries, meaning better autocomplete and fewer missing type errors. And for all you Jupyter Notebook lovers out there, there's something in this for you as it works with Jupyter. All of this comes from one unified engine. All right, let's talk about performance because this is where Pyrefly really flexes. Meta's benchmark shows Pyrefly checking 1.8 million lines of Python per second. That's nuts. How fast can you count to 10? Exactly. 1.8 million lines a second. The team also reports 95% faster type checking on large projects compared to their early alpha builds. And here's the thing: even if your tiny projects are being built, you're still trying to use faster tools to speed them up. So there are more bugs that are caught before it even ships. All right, so Pyrefly is an IDE first tool. It's designed to almost give your editor superpowers for things like inlay hints, hover tooltips, help that actually understands your code, semantic highlighting, zero lag code navigation, and the best part of update imports on the rename feature. Plus, it runs in VS Code, PyCharm, NeoVim, all your favorite editors, even those AI ones like Cursor. It's basically your own editor, but on steroids. So when it comes to actual static analysis, Pyrefly does a few things really well. Smart inference, where it can understand your code even when you didn't annotate it. Flow-aware narrowing, this is where we use the isInstance function check, and Pyrefly just remembers it. It has better error messages, and the really big one is early library support, because Pyrefly understands Pydantic v2, Django's ORM, and NumPy stubs with nearly 90% type completeness. This is one of Pyrefly's biggest strengths. It doesn't just check your code. It understands the entire ecosystem around everything. So why does the navigation feel so fast? It's import resolution. Pyrefly doesn't just guess or fumble around. It actually uses smart import root detection, automatic site packages discovery, prioritized stub packages, and deterministic search order. This just means when you click go to definition, Pyrefly knows exactly where that code lives in your code base, whether you have messy code or even mixed environments. So if you're like me and you're already using Mypy or Pyright, the migration story is actually really smooth. You literally just have to type Pyrefly in it. It goes into your project, It scans it, it looks for the old config, and it builds you out a Pyrefly config file of its own. It even maps diagnostic settings, suppressed error codes, config patterns, file include exclude rules, and you can adopt it gradually using baselines, inline ignores, partial project includes. It's clear the meta team expects real teams with real code bases to pick this up fast. Now, this is important. Pyrefly is still in beta, but the IDE extension is production ready. The type checking, it's robust, but they're still polishing the edge cases. All said and done, since the alpha, over 350 bugs have been fixed. Specification conformance jumped from 39% to 70%. Library support is expanding weekly, and performance is being tuned continuously. So yeah, it's new, but it's moving really fast. The meta team claims to be working on quite a lot at the moment, and these include things like full typing spec implementation, even deeper Django and Pydantic support, more stubs for popular libraries, lower memory usage, even faster incremental checks, and a stable V1 release after edge cases are resolved. This roadmap tells a rather clear story that Pyrefly isn't meant to be a toy project, it's supposed to be a long term investment. So, should you start using Pyrefly? All right, that's the question. Here's my honest answer. You should use Pyrefly if you want a faster editing experience, you work in a medium or large Python codebase, you just all around love type hints, you want real time feedback while coding, or you use Pydantic, Django, or data heavy libraries. But maybe hold off and wait if you rely heavily on niche or experimental typing features, your current Mypy Pyright setup is perfect for you, or you need full coverage for specialized libraries. But hey, if you're curious, why not try it out on a tiny project? Pyrefly is super easy to install, which means it's also super easy to uninstall. So, drum roll please, what's the final verdict here? Well, Pyrefly is shaping up to be the future of typed Python development. It's fast, it's smarter, and it's already used on Instagram internally, while the ecosystem around it has been growing rapidly. If this is the beta, can you imagine what V1 is going to be? I'm excited. Guys, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next video.